Aloha from Hawaii, Dr.C on Chi TV here, continuing with our video series of Aloha, focusing on health. Okay, the question now, the focus is on nutrition. We talked about where to start, and water would be the first consideration. Okay, the solution to pollution is dilution. We've got to hydrate the body so that we don't allow it to become a sewage center. We've got to vacate, we've got to eliminate. And now with food as a focus, we talked about using water-rich foods. Fruits and vegetables should be the primary resource. And then even our animal proteins, our plant proteins should be moist and never dry. Okay, anything dry will dry you out. That's a basic standard. Regarding food, so there's two considerations in philosophy. There are what they call sins of omission. And this is when you don't do something you're supposed to do, and the outcome of such behavior is what validates the approach, that you're not doing something you're supposed to do because you're not moving forward, you're not making progress, or you're suffering. And here's another problem. There are sins of commission. These are the things that you do knowingly, okay, because humans are conscious creatures, and we know what we're doing. We don't always know why we're doing it, and we don't always hold the brakes, but we still do it, and it's us doing it because there ain't no one else in here, sweetheart. It's just me, myself, and I. I've got to find the will and whatever it takes to do what's right. So I'm going to, from now on, regarding food, nutrition, do what needs to be done, and I'm going to stop doing those things that are damaging, because you've got to do both. You can't just do one without the other. You can't start eating whole foods and then expect to have excellent health when you're still living in the muck and the mire. Okay, so what are the things that we need to eliminate? The first one, that's the most obvious, that's the most serious, that's the most crucial, is sugar, as in refined sugar, as in sucrose and fructose, and all of the confectionery items, all of the food items that have that stuff hidden inside of them, which ruins them. Why? Why do we need to eliminate sugar? Because it destroys human insulin metabolism. And as we age, we need to do everything we can to improve insulin sensitivity. Otherwise, we get one step closer and closer to becoming a type 2 diabetic. And my goodness, there's millions of them. So we need now to also realize that the research that misled us in the past was wrong, it was corrupted, it was fouled, and now we know absolutely that sucrose consumed in the quantities that people are consuming it today is ruining them. My goodness, those poor little children. Don't ruin them. Don't turn them into diabetics. Don't support the process that helps foster cancer and heart disease in their bodies as they age. Okay? So that's one. We can get rid of the sugar. The other thing is stop frying foods in the wrong kinds of oils. Start using butter again if you're using margarine. Get rid of that. Start using coconut oil, saturated fats that are more stable when heated, and don't take any liquid oil and put it in a pan and fry something in it. It's better not to fry at all if you can help it. It's better to maybe stir fry lightly. Put some water, some coconut oil, and some butter, and do a little shrimp stir fry or something like that. Okay, so that's another thing. Stay away from the fried gunky foods, the ones that have batters, like these chicken wings in pubs. They're all deep fried. The deep frying is what you got to stay away from. Okay, what are some other things that we need to avoid? Corn chips, chocolate bars, fast food, drive-through, pizza, white flour, you know, terrible luncheon meats that are loaded with everything except that which we require. It's all based on taste. It's not based on supplying the biological demands of the body, and that is the purpose of eating. While we're eliminating these things, which are pretty obvious, okay, just work on sugar and everything that's got sugar in it, and that's going to clean up 90% of the garbage in your diet. Now let's focus on fruits and vegetables. Let's make our own juices. Let's move up into high-fat, organic, grass-fed animal dairy products, okay? Let's get into wild meats and things that are less medicated, that are derived from animals that are more closely associated with nature and more closely associated with eating natural foods, because we are what we eat eats. Okay, now think about that. We are what we eat eats. Whatever the thing that you're eating was eating is what you're eating. So look at the stuff they're feeding chickens and cattle and hogs. Look what these animals are eating in these CAFOs, these facilities that are designed with one purpose only, and that is to generate profit without consideration for our health. And if there is any consideration for health, it's at the very bottom level, not the highest, not optimum health, not optimum function. So we have to focus on doing what we need to do right. Tracy and I have a paleo, ketogenic, pagan diet. The P stands for paleo, and vegan is plant-rich diet. So we take the paleo value and mix it with the vegan value, and now we've got a mixed diet, which is what humans are designed to consume. They always have been hunting gatherers. That is the best diet. I have seen no evidence to convince me otherwise. It's the grains, it's agriculture that's been the biggest mistake in the history of humanity. Focus on quality, get some good food, start eating it routinely, stabilize your blood sugar, and you'll begin to change the way you think and feel. I guarantee it. This is Dr. C on Chi TV. There is no life without Chi.